We are back live again. Welcome to King's Football Show. It's been way too long, and I'm just happy to be back. Happy to hopefully start doing content on a more consistent basis. I hope you all well, and if you can do help me like and share and subscribe to the channel because we haven't done content for a very long time. Algorithms will not like it. Before that, it's right. How's everyone doing? Pick up Luke as well. I hope you're well, brother. And today's been, we're going to talk about Arsenal. We're going to talk about the fact that even though the season has just started and we lost by 3 games, so many people are worried, so many people are panicking, some are even giving up on the season. But it's not over yet. It's far from it. I mean, one thing that you should do is to enjoy the fact that Arsenal is back. It was a long summer break and we've missed our team, so we should make the most of it. So we are finally back. Yeah, I'm good, brother. How are you? I hope you're well. It's been very long. Hope we can do some content together very soon. And make sure you do subscribe to Luca AFC. He does a lot of Arsenal content. It's awesome. Though it can be a bit off sometimes. But yeah, so what's happening? Some have already given up on Havertz, some have given up on Arteta, some have given up on this season. And after us, why? We played three Premier League. We won two, won one. We want to win all of them. Of course, we want to win every season, every game we go. We want. There's never a game you can get. No, I don't want to. But sometimes part of football is that you drop points either through a draw or you lose. Luckily, we didn't lose. We just drew. Of course, when you play at home, it's Fulham, especially when they get card one down, 2-1 up. You want to win the game. 100% you want to win the game. And you should. And unfortunately, didn't win. But when I look at the game and I analyze it, and I look at why we did, for me personally, it's got nothing to do with the system. The system is not perfect, but it is a new system. It's not very different from the system playing last year. The main difference is that we got injuries, so we had Santinchenko, and obviously, unfortunately, Timber got injured as well. So instead of a, an inverted fullback from the left side, we are now playing fullback from the right side. So basically, Thomas Partey is playing Zinchenko, and for probably 90% of the time, he's in midfield because we will dominate the ball against most teams, especially teams who play men. We want as many good players on the field as possible. And that's probably the main reason why Gabriel has been playing the first 3 games. Because number one, Zinchenko is not there, and number two, the teams that we play should 100%. And there's no excuse to why we should have won this football. And I just want to be clear that we should have won this. But for me, in football, you can never stand still. And the perfect example is Man City. Man City have won 3 Premier League titles, and in that time, or even if you go further back, 5 last season. In that time, they changed system and formations every season. One could say, okay, you won, you have the winning recipe. Why don't you continue? The problem is that the longer you play a certain system or a certain formation, the more data the opposition gets on you. And the more data they get on you, the harder it is for your system to be able to be effective because they will find ways against your system, against your formation. They will find your weaknesses and they will exploit it. And that's kind of what happened with Arsenal last season. Like, I had this fluid system that was doing so well, you know. And even last season, if you check it, like the first 4 or 5 games, it took a bit of time for us to really kick on. Like we were winning, but we weren't amazing. The main differences were we weren't making as many mistakes and we were more clean. Particularly, it wasn't like the Leicester game, but I think Saliba had an own goal, and I think he conceded 2 goals, but we had to score 4 to win the game. The difference this season is that against Fulham, you know, Saka should have scored, Martinelli should have scored, Havertz should have scored, and one or two of them score. Again, it's like a 4-2 game. Everybody's happy. Fortunately, we've not been clean, and that's down to the players as well. Like, they need to be more clinical from the goal, and the errors we need to get like, and that's something I hope this season we will improve on massive because it's been far too many errors uh, for the past few months. But going back to what I was saying is that last season, when we hit our peak, we were winning so many games. We were playing so well. And even in games where didn't, most of them should have won them. Most of them were a better team. But around March, teams started catching up, started finding blueprint on how to play against us. And we started dropping a lot of points, drawing games, losing games to Everton, to Brentford. You know, there was a lot of games where we dropped points when normally should have won. But that's the problem when you have a system. You don't evolve from the system. You don't change the opposition. Find a way to hurt you. And I think the reason why we bought the players that we bought, David Raya, Timber, Rice, and Kai Havertz, it is to give us the opportunity to be more fluid when we're playing, more unpredictable, and have different systems that we can use. The problem in football is a give and take. Like if you want a new system, players gonna have to learn. For them to have to learn, they have to play in games. And for you to play it in games means that it will take time for them to master that system. And we are kind of in that scenario now. We have a new system, a bit of a different formation, where instead of having like someone like Chaka in that left ankle, we have Kai Havertz. Instead of inverting from the left, we are inverting. Those are the two main differences. Other than that, it's basically the same. And obviously, we've had injuries. Gabriel Jesus hasn't started the game for us yet. Gabriel Madic has not started for us. Zinchenko has not started again. All three of them were massive for us last season. So I believe that once Zinchenko, Jesus, and Gabriel are back, once we play more games, we will be better. We are this poor now, and we are 2 games, 2 wins, sorry, and a draw. When we become better, when the tactics become more familiar to play, we will 100% win more games. That's my based on what I've seen and what we've done. I truly believe that we can have a good season. And I know that certain players on the desired players, but I know a lot of fans don't rate. I know their fans that already give up. each to their own right. But for me, when we buy a player, a new player joins our club, I give that player 2 seasons. First season, it's like you need to learn how to play with these players in the system with this manager. The second season is when I really want to see you putting down the feet and the kick off. And I think the first 3 games, yeah, Havertz has been honest. For me, I've seen players putting in worse performance. I think one of my favorite players in Leandro Trossard, he put in a stink against Fulham, and I really rate Trossard. It's one of my favorite players. Martinelli, another one, put in a stink. Saka, that mistake was poor. Obviously, he rectified the score a penalty, a fair play to him for being brave enough to take, but it wasn't Saka's best game. Even Erdogan wasn't his best game. Seeing Rice was amazing. I think seeing Rice, and I think this is also one of the things that is working against Havertz is the fact that Timber came in bad, amazing. Rice came in, was a bit injured, but you already see the influence he has with Havertz because there's no goal there. He had that side for the assist, so there's no assist either, and he hasn't really been amazing. People look at that and be like, okay, but Rice is doing that, Timber's doing that. Why aren't you doing that? And the fact that he's coming from Chelsea, and the fact that probably while his first season, his other 2 seasons weren't very good. Like Chelsea have been very good as well. So I would definitely give him a couple of games. Like let's see the next 10 games. Let's see what he does. Let's see what it's all about. And then one can have more data, more eye tests, more analysis, more stats to talk about it. But let's go through some of the comments. We got to here and it's late, especially UK. It's 12. So let's see what you're saying. Upload, make sure you subscribe to Requested Football. Some of our fans are happy to work up the next 2 seasons as a friend. And only do that that was gone at the team dates opinions too. No, I'm not for any of this. Like for me, there's no such thing as bright season. Why would you bright season? I mean, I understand in the past we had some awful players. So after this came in, get now the squad, the whole club was all over the place. I understand, but even then, it was like, okay, we weren't going to do anything. That was just the fact. We were just too far behind. But we still went on every couple. So now that we finished second behind Man City, we bought some really good players. And also, our young players are 1 year older. Why would we write up the season? And that doesn't make sense. Like, you still have to be there, put out yourself there, and challenge City. And you just hope that they have a drop season like they had when they finished on 80 something points, like a very low point tally for what's normal for Man City. So you have to every season try, okay, this is the season, this is proper. And if you can't win the league, you have to go try and win the domestic cup or do try and do something in the Champions League. I'm not saying that we have to win the Champions League, but you should try and go. Have a go. Have a go. No, this isn't the past where Real Madrid is amazing, Barcelona is amazing, Bayern is amazing, AC Milan is amazing. Like, the best team right now is probably Man City. Other than that, like there isn't a standout upfront runner for me. Like, yeah, Real is always Real. To give them the heritage or history for what they've done in Champions League. You know, there's no Benzema, there's no Marcelo, Cruz, and Modric. Older, twice, kept those goals. So it's not like you can't challenge with Real over 2 games. Same Barcelona. This is the old Barcelona with Messi. uh, it's a good Barcelona side, but they're not on the top. And the Italian side, you would probably favor us against them. Bayern Munich. They have a good team, good attackers, but still the question marks in the back line. I don't even know if they've signed a new number one keeper. But yeah, so have a go. Have a go at the domestic cup. Why not try to do a cup double? That would also be nice. Luke is also saying Party can't do this inverted right back broken. I've seen it live. He hasn't got the legs to show. Seen it do it from the left, meaning Party can have to. But we all know Cine isn't always fit. But this is also the thing here. For me, fit was Party. And maybe a lot of people forget he was playing right back at left. Last season he was playing right back. And this season he's playing. But he isn't actually playing. He's just a right back when we are defending. But when we are on the ball, he moves into midfield and Ben White moves out to right back and Saliba and Declan and Fitzkivio stays. Or Fitzkivio But that's not all happens. So he isn't playing right back a lot. It's very few moments that he's actually playing right back. And I understand because we haven't won. A lot of people say you can't do it. But a lot of people were saying Ben White last season. A lot of people were against it, especially at the start of the season. But for me, he was excellent. He was one of the most consistent players for us. I know at the end of the season he got tired because of lack of rotation. But this is what I'm saying: like 3 games is not a big enough sample to say, for me anyway, that this player can do this and this player can't do that. And it would be the same, like just because, let's say, for example, Eddie's having good games now, that doesn't mean that all of a sudden Eddie is the best number 9. He has to start, and Jesus can't be playing. For me, you have to take game by game. But I think against Man United, I think we will see the formation that people want to see. I think we will see Sinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, White. I think we'll see a midfield of Rice, Partey, and Odegaard. Attack will probably Martinelli and Saka on the wings, and then most likely Eddie. And I think Eddie deserves to start. I think he's shown this season that he got more about him. And when you see that, I think with players, we always have to, we can't just put them in the box because they can develop. Sometimes some players develop slower than others. And Eddie has that mentality that's shown that he's going to be patient, he's going to prove himself. So let's see what he can do. Driving this mean FPL show be forward again. Hopefully. I'll try and do a few FPL shows. Keeps the tail hot and tropical like Africa. Oh, this must be Moss. How you doing, Moss? I hope you're well. But yeah, so like the season, it hasn't started as we wanted it to be because I think last season kind of caught so many fans by surprise because we won so many games at the start of the season, and now we've all went in. So it's like for me, let's see. We're gonna play Man United next. Gabriel Jesus is back, and I expect with Jesus back, we will be more creative and he will create more opportunities for Martinez and Saka and Odegaard, and hopefully he can start scoring goals as well. And I think with Sinchenko back as well, we'll have more control, and I think it will have a good impact on the left hand side. I think Martinelli misses Sinchenko is passing that breaks the line from deep, and I think on the right with White, Odegaard, and Saka, they are very good at combining with each other. I think they miss that chemistry. So I think we'll see that formation that people want to see. But I do think that we also we got nothing to win by not giving players time. As fans, as supporters for this football club, the players just join the team. If you're already giving up on, if you have no faith, if you're not going to support him, then what's the point? Like, it's not going to help. It's not going to help a player know that the fans are cheering support. The fans doesn't rate him. The fan doesn't want to. Like he's here, he's signed for us. Let's see what he can do. And if he doesn't turn up after a long time of giving chances, then he should get benched. But I think so far it's too early for me and to give up players, regardless of their name and their history. I'm gonna give them a chance. I'm gonna back them, and then I'm not gonna back them blindly, but I'm definitely gonna back them, and hopefully we will see improvement from Havertz, and we will see improvement from Martinelli. I think Martinelli is not in the Martinelli that we are used to, and I was more surprised that Martinelli was benched, but Eddie was. Because I think Eddie was one of our best players against Crystal Palace. And I think when he came on against Fulham, I think it really showed Mikel that it was wrong to bench him and that he should start. Beat Man United also. And this is the thing as well. As soon as we start winning again, everybody's happy, the knockouts are less, and the Arteta outs stop trending. We start going from diet head to Arteta. I know people like to give him stick, and some people still are unsure. But he's here, he's the manager. Let's see what he does. This is a big season for Arsenal, and it's a big season for Mikel Arteta. This is a season where people want to show was last season just like a freak season, or is this level to challenge Man City with this Arsenal? And I believe we can do, but we have to see it as well. I believe we can do. But big up to everyone who did tune in today. Massive love. I'm so happy to be back, and I'm doing this show to make sure that everybody understands that the season is not over. We love Arsenal. It's our team. Let's have hope. I think it's much more fun to have hope and be optimistic and give certain things time. I'm not saying that wait until game 30 to have a slot in what's going to happen this season. Also, like we just 3 games in, and we are joined second with a few teams, so it's not that bad. And we've shown before that we can go on win streaks with these players and this manager. So even though we didn't win, what's to say that we can't go winning streak? So big up to everyone. Big up to Luca, Moss, and each one of you tune into the show later. And don't forget, I do need your help to like the stream, to share the content, and subscribe to the channel. I'll try to do some more content. I'll see if I can be able to do an FPL show before Friday, because the deadline is on Friday, I think 6:30 in UK time. So make sure you do subscribe to everyone that's been here as well. But for me now, I'm out.